Alright, let's see how, okay, let's see how loud I sound in this stream. Gotta make sure I'm talking at the right volume. Whoa. Gotta make sure I'm talking at the right volume. Whoa. Hang on. Let me try this up. Is it working now? Hang on. Let me try this up. Is it working now? Hang on. Okay, yeah, this is good. Alright, pop out chat. Alright, so for context, I purposely made it so the OsbiNa 2 script was gonna be one of the, like, oldest Google Docs I have that I haven't looked at in the most long time. Like, it's really up there. It's, like, at the bottom. It is really old. Okay. Last time I opened this was in July of 2023. Wow. There's so much old stuff here. Dang. Alright, without any further ado, let's look at how inexperienced this looks. That's a lot of pretty old ideas. Let's see. This writing isn't too bad so far. Although I really hate reading, guess I'll read the script out loud for now, I guess. So -1 says, "Ooh, I found a square root, and now I just need to put this in the hole that I am in. Boop. Haha, yes. Now I am now I. Because the square root of -1 is I. An intro plays. Wow, this is longer than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be like only 1.5 pages long. 18 says, we should make team names, everybody. Zob says, we should have each team name be named after a random object. 34 says, I like that idea. Whoa. So -1/I, or whatever her name is. Okay, all I could think of was Raft. Then a jingle plays. Wow, this was before a lot of stuff. 16 says, I guess we should call ourselves Team Glue. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds like the kind of language my past self would use. Okay. 34 says, is it bacon elimination time? Negative infinity says, yes, actually. Go gather up Team Raft. And then 0 says, I don't think I've seen an object show that plays a team jingle more than once, so let's play the jingle of a team every time they get up for elimination. Infinity says, great idea, 0. Huh. I was expecting this entire script to be absolute garbage. given how much I've improved over the years doing other things outside the number block community. So I've been gaining a lot of experience about stuff and improving a lot in the object show community. And I've been thinking a lot lately about coming back to the Blue 11 Guy channel since it performed better than my object show channel for some reason. Even though I make better videos over there. I think I might start infrequently posting on the Blue 11 Guy channel again. Okay. So they play the Raft jingle. I have an entire object show named Raft. What was I thinking? The person who gets eliminated looks like they are ready for the elimination over there, but I'm so far away. But luckily I have a ritual pose booster. I have no memory of what the ritual pose booster scene is supposed to look like. Can't believe I haven't seen the script since July 8th, 2023. That was 3 years ago. Anyways, eliminated person says, okay, I'm here. Who got the prize? Negative Infinity says, this person with this many votes gets a prize, and gets the prize of being animated with lip sync. And now let's get to the elimination votes. Okay, so you got this many votes, and you get this, and you got this many votes, and you got this many votes, and you got this many votes. And here we are, and here we have the bottom two. Let's see the results. Drum roll. Negative Infinity says, and you are eliminated. Enjoy your bacon. The eliminated person says, Labyrinth of Tar Pits. I'm out of here. Man. So back in the day, I had this thing where before I determine who's eliminated, I type up a script, and then once the elimination votes are determined, I give specific people specific lines, and yeah, so because I didn't know who was going to be eliminated, I just typed eliminated person as the, I don't really know how to explain this very well. The ritual pose boost out of the area? I completely forgot I was obsessed with ritual pose boosters back then. A ritual pose booster is this vehicle my imagination came up with where you ritual pose on and it moves forward like an electric skateboard or something. Ritual posing is lying on the floor in a specific shape with your body and limbs. And then the eliminated person falls into the... Whoa. So they ritual pose boost out of the... and then they fall in a really large hole. Negative Infinity says, looks like you fell down my infinitely deep pit. And then Negative One says, are you my mom? Because, they both are holes, I guess. And Negative Infinity says, I actually don't know. Anyways, you gotta go do Anyways, go do what you like. And then the eliminated person says, no, we need to trap eliminated contestants to make the show more interesting. 18 says, I agree. Imagine if 18 was the eliminated person. I can't even remember which team or who I put up for elimination. I haven't watched OsbiNa in a while. Actually, I have, but I just have a terrible memory. You guys want to be trapped somewhere? Says Negative Infinity, and then Zero says weirdos. Negative Infinity says, okay, I guess I could make the platform in that pit. I guess I could make a platform in that that limited people could go on, but feel free to leave any time since I'm nice, and the platform will only be 1 block deep from the pit, in the pit from the ground level. I'm really bad at reading things out loud. Like, my brain doesn't have enough time to process what I'm reading before I say it out loud, and so I word it wrong sometimes. And then when the person says, okay, 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 something like that. And then 2 says, negative infinity, I have a question. Negative infinity says, let me hear it. 2 says, why did the first season have so much cringe and heavy language? Negative infinity says, well, the animator simply was worse at making content and still kind of is. And then 2 says, interesting. Free sapphires! I don't know what my past self was thinking, making all these characters painfully aware that they are all just a cartoon. And that nothing in their world is real. Negative infinity says, well, anyways, it's time for the second contestant. The second contest, which is none other than dancing. Again. Yeah. 2 says, too bad the animator can't draw shoes. I'd destroy the competition if they could. And 4 says, hey, negative infinity, check out this square dance. Square dances. Nice, I'll rate that a 7 out of 11. 11? I will be rating everyone's dance moves on a scale of 0 out of 11, depending on how good looking they did. I don't know if I can animate something like this very well. I'm so rusty at drawing non-stick limbs. I will be rating everyone's dance... Oh, wait, I already said that part. So, Zob says, I'm just gonna do what 19 did that one time. Yeah. Ow. It actually kind of hurts when I do that. And then negative infinity says, my brother positive infinity was weird and thought something like that would be cool, but I'm not as weird as him, so 4 out of 11. I'm not weird like him. 13 says, I call this the disappearance. And hides behind Zob from the right. What's this supposed to even mean? Why does my saliva in my mouth keep moving around so much? 13. And then he splits and comes back because she said his name. I saw what you did and you're clearly just hiding behind someone else for 13 blocks. Splits again, comes together and back. What? Splits again, comes back together and comes out from behind Zob to the left. I should have put that in parentheses so I can know it's just an action and not someone's line. Boo, are you some kind of a magician? Cause you stink. Okay, sorry if I sounded mean, but you got a 1 out of 11. And then, what does that say? Does that say I or something? Hey, negative infinity, check out this ghostly dance. Camera focused on negative infinity, cause I don't know how I should animate a ghost dance. Spooky. I'll rate that a 9 out of 11. Better than a square dance, huh? Octa block spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spin. And T poses as the screen goes white. Ah, that's so bright. 5 out of 11. 16 says, introducing the 4/4s. And the 4/4s dance. The 4/4s dance involving a lot of splitting and adding and front backflips. Bravo! Just kidding, I don't know what bravo means. I don't know what bravo means, but that was incredible. But that still was a square dance, so I'll have to rate yours the same as 4, but still, amazing dance you got there. Moving on to 18, let's see what you got. Here's my dance. Does nothing. Want to see me do it again? But you didn't do anything. Actually, I did. It was just too fast for you to see. 6.5 out of 11. What is this? 2 says, I never did my dance. And then negative infinity says, okay, let me see. 2 trips. 2 out of 11. You need some dancing shoes. Sparkly dancing shoes. And 2 says, but... And then infinity says, 34, you're up. And 34 says, all I could think of was doing was the splits. Alright, let's see your flexibility. No, it's literally just me splitting. Watch. It's literally just me splitting. Watch. Splits into 30 and 4 and then adds back up. Well, that was disappointing. 3 out of 11. 27. Presenting the 3 square nines. But you're not a contestant. 27 splits into 3 square nines, sneezing and exchanging middle blocks as they do so. What? That was cool. And I wanted to give at least one person a 12 out of 11, so there you go. Oh, awesome. But you're not a contestant, so this means nothing to the competition. So 0, add up all the scores. 0, quietly. Chalkboards? Huh? You want me to do something? Ah, never mind. Make whoever got the highest score win for the team, which was... -1. I. And her ghostly dance, so Team Glue is up for elimination. Voting screen with 2's theme playing. 13 says, Squid Boy, you want to hear a joke? And then 18 says, no reason to say no. Okay, so what did the hungry cow say to the one that was eating? 8 says, what? And then 13 says, moo. Decent anti-joke you got there, past self. What did the hungry cow say? What did the hungry cow say to the one that was eating? Moo. The absence of the punchline is the punchline. So 8 does the hyperventilation laugh, and then 13 says, oh no, right? You were expecting a punchline, haha. End of video and script. Well, that was something. For a while it was planned if, for a while it was planned that I was gonna use this script, no matter how old or bad it was, for episode 2, and then when episode 3 starts production, I would make a modern styled script, one that isn't so like this. I mean, this wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be, but yeah. Good job, past me. I don't really know if I have anything else to say. If I did, I forgot what. Anyways, thanks for watching if you did, and goodbye.